Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Earthbound. I am Atyrum. We're starting off today exactly where we left off in the town of Threed here, and looking in a garbage can in which there was only garbage. I mean, what else did you expect? And the music here, I love the music here. It's so creepy and appropriately so because there's all sorts of creepy, crazy stuff going on here, like flies attacking us out of nowhere. It looks a bit more like a bee, actually, because of the color. These things aren't really much of a threat. They are just your generic, random enemy that kind of roams around the town. There are some other monsters about, as that person with the mask on. Do they have a mask on? That's kind of weird. That person over there mentioned zombies. So yeah, there's a ton of zombies around, and they are besieging the town. And there's actually a group of people who are the Zombie Relief Corps, who are meeting in a tent, I believe, up here. We can go ahead and go check them out and see what their plan is for how to fight back all the zombies that seem to be taking over the town. And apparently there's a very smelly monster that we're going to meet at the end of a tunnel in the graveyard. We'll be heading over there eventually. I think I mentioned the fact that the advertising campaign for this game, the slogan for the game was, "This game stinks," and it was all about, like this section of the game, and a boss fight we have coming up with a very stinky enemy. But I mean, that's, in my opinion, one of the reasons this game didn't do so well when it came out. Just because that ad campaign was just so bizarre. I don't know. I just don't think it really worked. I mean, I guess when this game came out, I was still really young, and I didn't actually buy this game when it came out or anything like that. I wasn't really following at the time. But yeah, so we're just gonna basically explore the town a little bit. A lot of people are kind of gloomy and all that kind of stuff. And this mouse loves us, so that's a thing. Zombie! Oh, they're watching a zombie movie. Okay. And there are a couple of things we do want to make sure we see in this town, I believe, before we do anything. And people are kind of like locked in their houses. They don't want to come out because of the zombies. We should be able to run into some zombies here soon. And there's a do not enter sign. I wonder if you can read that sign. Do not enter. That's helpful. Yeah, because we don't want to be heading into the graveyard just yet. And that trash can is trying to attack us. We will be running into that enemy in a little bit here. But I think there are a couple things we need to take care of before we head into the graveyard. But there are some things going on over there. And yeah, everybody, yeah, like I said, everybody's kind of locked inside. I don't think you can get into any of the houses just yet. Oh, there's a snake. Is that one of the snakes from the beginning of the game? What the heck is it doing all the way out here? Like, that's one of the snakes we saw when we first left Onet. It's only giving us, 1 XP. Why is it still here? Why is it here? Okay, anyways, we do want to go ahead and find the shop. I'm not sure if there's any new equipment items we need to pick up, but we should probably take a look just to be sure. What is that? What the heck is that? It's a handsome Tom. I don't think I've ever seen this enemy before. Though, to be fair, a lot of the just random generic enemies tend to kind of blend together. Because a lot of them don't really stand out in any way, other than, the fact that they're just kind of bizarre. Just what they are is bizarre. They don't really do anything too interesting or anything like that. But yeah, there should be a shop somewhere, I believe. Did we already pass through it? Oh yeah, here's the drugstore. Let's go ahead and take a look, and, well, I should have a little bit of money, I believe, unless I took it off. I might have taken most of my money out last episode. Oh no, I do have a lot of money. Okay, let's take out 2,000, just in case we get a game over again. I don't want to have all my money on me and end up dying again. Minor League Bat, that is an upgrade for my main character, and we don't have any space in our inventory, so we have to get rid of something. That's kind of annoying, but we can go ahead and just eat this croissant, I suppose, because it's just taking up space. And now we can go ahead and buy the bat. I probably should have, in between episodes, I probably should have redone my inventory a little bit and kind of like made sure that we split things up a little bit better, so there's room for stuff in both mine and Katie's inventories. But oh well, and that increased Katie's offense by quite a bit. But to be fair, I think you could get by without really getting Katie any real good weapons, because she's mostly a PSI attacker. Her physical attacking isn't that good, and you probably won't be using it that much. And I believe there's not a whole lot else to show at this point. I don't think you can leave the town, because if you leave the town, the ghosts that we saw earlier will end up trying to attack you, and you won't be able to leave at all. And as a skip sandwich, we should probably actually make space in... Actually hit give this time, give it to Katie. And let's move one other thing from my inventory, the pencil eraser, I guess. Now there is a service. If you remember your sister, our sister from the beginning of the game, she actually offers a service that allows you to store items, and you'll be able to call somebody to do that. I just don't remember how to activate it. It might be something that's time-based that we get at a certain point in the game, or it might be something we actually have to go walk back to Onet to find out about. But yeah, this house looks kind of beat up. Okay, did they say something different every time? No, okay, I was kind of wondering if there's some kind of, like, secret over there, like you remember that guy who I talked to, like, a dozen times and he gave me, like, 50 bucks? I was kind of wondering if there's some kind of secret like that would occur over there, but it seems like that is not the case. So I think I gotta remember what we do here next. I think we want to head south down here. Ooh, there's a zombie dog, and we're also getting attacked by a fly. So this is our first encounter with a zombie. Not a human zombie, but a zombie dog, and that's doing a bit of damage. Okay, we might have to be a little careful, and we're missing our attacks. Let's get Katie to use a PSI attack, maybe. Freeze Alpha should be okay. And luckily, it goes for a piercing howl, which does nothing. And then we should hit it once, and it should be gone. That's good. I think a couple of these enemies coming up might be a little bit on the difficult side. I don't know if we need to do grinding before we get up to this point. And I don't remember exactly what order you need to do everything in. Because I know there's an event coming up pretty soon that will end in us getting our next party member. But I don't remember exactly when that happens. Okay, so that dog doesn't really say anything to us. There was a fly over there, but it seems to be gone. Oh! We're getting chased down by some zombie dogs. Can we get away? We can get away. That's one less battle I have to cut out of this video. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing some grinding off camera. It does make it easier when I don't have to cut out as many battles, and sometimes I do miss them too. So this guy's got some pretty good items we can pick up. The toy air gun, I believe, is a weapon for our next party member. And the bottle rocket, I guess we can't even buy that unless we have them. But that's another item we can use with our next party member. But we might go ahead and pick up a bomb. That might be useful. I suppose we can find a use for that somewhere, so we'll go ahead and pick that up. There's a couple of these kind of guys all around the Earthbound world. You can find them in certain cities, usually in kind of like a little back alley, and they will they'll give you some they'll sell you like weapons and like bombs and that kind of stuff. So they are pretty useful, and I believe right now we do want to head into the cemetery. And this looks really suspicious. And here comes the cameraman! Our favorite character in the game! Yay! Okay, but to be fair, the photographs in this game do have a point. We just won't find that out until the very end of the game. And I guess I might appreciate it back when we get to that point. Okay, so we can't do that yet. If that's even the right tombstone. I don't even know if it is. I'm just gonna scroll some enemies off screen real quick. We can fight one fly. Okay, and then I need to figure out what the next thing we do is. Maybe we head in over this way. There's a trash can over there. Are there any other tombstones? No. Okay. Oh, you know what? I know where we need to go. I think it might be up this way. I think if we actually stay in the path over here and head up and around the graveyard. Over this way, maybe? Is there something up? No, there's nothing up there. Okay. There is a house with a sign on it. Maybe we need to check that out. There's a teddy bear. Ooh, we'll take that. And there's a couple more of those enemies we just saw earlier over there as well. Hint shop. Okay, we don't need the hint shop. I didn't even remember that being there. So let's not mess with those puppet enemies over there. Let's see. What happens if we head up this way? Is there any other way to go over here? There is not. Okay. I mean, this looks suspicious, but you can't head through that way. Okay. Okay. Was there just a butterfly there? I think I just missed it. I didn't realize those things would despawn if you scrolled them off screen. Okay, so the place we have to go... Oh, there's a ghost following us. I guess we'll have to fight him. Might as well show him off at some point. It's the zombie possessor, and I believe they are fairly resistant to physical attacks. And it called for help. So let's try and take it out quickly. We're going to throw a PSI freeze alpha at it, and that was a one-hit kill. So we didn't really get to see it and what it does. What it can do is it can actually possess you and kind of like put a curse on you, and you'll basically be followed by a little ghost until you get that healed off somehow. It'll do damage to you every turn. It's kind of like poison, but it does follow you out into the field as well, and it'll continue to follow you into battles and all that kind of stuff, and it is kind of annoying. I guess we do have to fight this fly. Oh, that was a behind hit? What? And then there's also a trash can here. And, okay, so the fly we don't have to worry about. The putrid moldy man hit our... Okay, that's good. He hit our blah, 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 blah. He hit our teddy bear. So let's go ahead and hit that with a PSI freeze alpha. Pretty much all the enemies we've seen so far are pretty weak to PSI freeze. It's generally just a good attack to use because it's got a relatively low cost. Okay, we lost our teddy bear already. It's got a relatively low PSI cost, and it does do a decent amount of damage to one enemy. So I'd probably be using that the most out of any PSI attacks. Although we'll still probably be using fire sometimes when we have a row of enemies we want to take out quickly. Thunder I don't really use that much because it has a chance to miss, and it seems to miss so often. And I believe this is the way we do want to be going. Yeah, there's a couple of zombies up here. And there's that creepy noise that indicates that we should pay attention. And that is where we need to go up there. I guess I got mistaken and thought that the other tombstone we saw was the way we need to go, and I don't really want to fight more putrid moldy men. But yeah, that little creepy noise, that's the noise that means you just saw something important, or something important has been triggered. So now we're going to go ahead and head back into town, and we're going to have something happen down here. Once we head into town, I think we need to... There's going to be somebody we're going to see over here. Yeah, a strange lady in what looks like a bikini is going into the hotel. And for some reason, we, two 10-year-old kids, decided to follow this strange, mysterious woman into the hotel, which is oddly empty, and also the music has slowed down to be really creepy. So we head in here, and she's going into that room. Why are we doing this? I don't know, but walk into the room, and oh no! Oh no, a bunch of zombies and ghosts, and we're getting attacked. And blammo. Oh, that's it. Game over. We're dead. Okay, maybe not quite, but we are locked in a room. It looks like we're locked in some kind of blue cave. So we go ahead and wake up right here, and there doesn't seem to be any other way out but this door, which we will find is locked. So yeah, we're kind of stuck. Not a whole lot we can do here. But Katie here is going to use her PSI to call out to our third friend, Ed. I forgot that I named him that because it's been a little while. But Ed, we're calling to him to get his help. And now we're going to see a new area up here. This is Winters, which is a area to the north of Eagle Land, by the way, which is the name of the country, if you could call it that, that Earthbound takes place in. It's obviously based on the United States, that's why it's called Eagle Land. But this would be Winters. I guess you could say this is like the northern side of Eagle Land, or I guess it's kind of like Canada, maybe? I don't know. But anyways, we're going to meet our third party member here. He's going to get a bit of a vision like we got when we were still on our own. And he's going to need to head south to come save us. Notice that Katie didn't say specifically where we were, but apparently he's going to know somehow. So we go ahead and get out of bed. That's our friend Tony. he had a dream about us taking a walk, I guess? Okay. So we're at a boarding school. We're going to leave our dormitory here, and Tony's trying to remind us that we shouldn't do that, but he's like, oh, okay, you had a weird dream where a girl called to you for help? Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, we can do that. So he's going to help us break out, and Tony is a temporary party member for this point in the game. And let's go ahead and head out. There's a meeting of a couple of boys over here talking about Tessie, who is obviously based on the Loch Ness monster, who is called Nessie. So yeah, Tessie is like a Loch Ness kind of monster that we're gonna have to find out about a little bit later. Yeah, I think we can walk into this other room. It seems kind of odd that this floor of the dormitory only has 2 rooms, and holy cow, that's a lot of presents. Okay, so apparently someone's birthday party is tomorrow, and this guy made some cookies. Okay, so I guess we can take a couple of these cookies, but at the same time, cookies take up a lot of inventory space, and they don't heal very much, so I think we'll just take a couple of them and call it good, and I think we should be good after that. And I do believe there is a place, there's a shop right outside of the boarding school we can go in and buy some actual decent healing items from, because Ed here is our only party member who does not have PSI. So anyways, we're going to talk to I'm not sure what you'd call him. This is Max... No, is this Maxwell? Yeah, this is Maxwell. He's going to give us the key to the lockers, and we're going to use it to get into the lockers and get some stuff, get some equipment, so we're not going to get absolutely murdered out there by all the wild animals we'll be seeing. So we do have to actually go into the inventory screen and use the key every time. Oh, that's right, it doesn't fit. What did we need to do here again? I wasn't paying attention. There was a broken key machine we need to get somewhere, isn't there? What did this guy say again? What did Maxwell say? Yeah, okay, right, that's right. Okay, so he didn't actually say that at first, so that's why I was confused. I thought I had missed a line of dialogue somewhere, and I was supposed to go somewhere else to go get the bad key machine, but it turns out we did have to actually go try the key and then go get it. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm not a complete moron. Okay, so we do actually have to go in and use the bad key machine, but at least we got rid of the bad key itself, and it doesn't take up space in our inventory. So that's good, but I mean, still, having to go into your inventory and use this machine every time is a little bit annoying. Also, these would be the lockers of all the other students here, right? Are we really stealing from the other students? Doesn't seem like a very nice thing to do. But hey, I guess we are charged with saving the world, so I mean, it's kind of the same thing as, you know, when a policeman needs to take somebody's car for a little while to do something. I don't know, but anyways, we can go ahead and equip our weapon, which is the pop gun, and then the Holmes hat, which is a hat we had. Do we have that? I think that's an item we skipped because we got a better upgrade than that when we were out exploring at some point when we were playing as our main character. But anyways, we're gonna head out. And Tony's gonna make a beeline for the gate and kind of like kneel down like that. Just gonna take a look around. I don't think there's any presents up here, but I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. There is an open area over here. No, it doesn't look like there's anything important back this way. Okay, all good. So let's go ahead and climb up over Tony, and he's gonna say goodbye, and we will see him again at some point. He wants us to remember that we will always be best friends forever. So that's all well and good. So here's the shop I mentioned. We're going to head in there. And we see there's a monkey right here. He just says, yeah, I guess. Does he say anything else? Okay. And let's go and talk to the shop clerk. And there's a whole bunch of super powerful items here that we cannot afford at all. Because we do come back to this town later in the game. These will be, you know, late game upgrades to Ben's item and Katie's item. Yeah, everything here is out of our price range, I think. I wonder if we can use the ATM. No, we can't. Okay, so we can't get our money. I was kind of wondering if we'd be able to get our money out, but we can't, so that's okay. Okay, so we want the monkey. Okay, so we bought some bubble gum. to give to the monkey, and the monkey apparently likes bubble gum. So if we give him some gum, he's going to come with us, which may seem kind of weird, but we will need him in a little bit here. He's going to join us as a party member. I don't think he actually does anything in battle. I mean, I could be mistaken there, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, I think, not sure how long this episode has gone. We can go ahead and head down a little ways and encounter a couple of enemies here before we end the episode off. But I think I will want to do a little bit of grinding before we get too far here, because Ed here is going to be fairly low level. We don't want to fight that thing. We really don't want to fight that thing. Okay, that's going to be too strong for us because we're still, if we take a look at our status, level 1. That is a gruff goat, I think, and it's a little on the tough side, so we really don't want to be facing off against that. These crows and dogs like we fought back in Onet are going to be, you know, the right level for us to face off against. And there's a first level up for Ed. We got a little bit of an HP increase, and yeah, I'm not going to show these enemies because they are the exact same enemies that we were fighting back in Onet. Also, we are already out of inventory space, so can we use the cookies? We don't have any health lost, but let's go ahead and use those 2 cookies up. Like I said, you probably don't really want to take any of the cookies because, I mean, look at my inventory already. I mean, a lot of these are items that we kind of actually need. They're key items and we can't get rid of them, so we don't really have a choice. And we still don't want to fight those gruff goats over there because they're still a little tough for us. I don't think there's any other new enemies over here unless I'm mistaken, so I guess we can probably end the episode off here, and I will end up doing a little bit of grinding off camera. Let's go ahead and get over to that tent over there, and it looks like we have to fight one more stray dog before we get down there. Alright, so we are getting close to the water's edge. There's going to be a big lake down there that we're going to get to. But before we get all the way down there, let's go ahead and head into this tent and see who's hanging out inside. Oops, didn't mean to leave. But apparently the wild animals around, as any wild animals around have been going a little crazy. And I guess we can rest up here. And that would heal us up completely, and I think it would restore our PP if we had lost any, but of course, Ed does not have any PP, he does not use PSI abilities. But anyways, that's where we're going to end off the episode here, so thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. In the next episode, we're going to continue on heading south and hopefully meet up with our other friends. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.